Before I get too far in this video, this is a commentary for a speedrun of my own level set. This is called Metal Dragon. I wanted to make sure it is completable in less than 5 minutes because I have one of the challenges here, the honorific titles, that says it should be, and so I had to test it myself. So I recorded a speedrun. This WOD, I just posted it a couple of days ago. The final version is ready. If you haven't played it yet, I would appreciate it if you gave this a whirl before watching this video or coming back and watching this video afterward. Obviously, you can just watch the video first and spoil the whole thing for yourself if you'd like. You know, hopefully you don't do that. But this is Metal Dragon UV speedrun in 4 minutes and 41 seconds. I only tried this once. This was my first and only attempt, and so it's really sloppy. You know what? If you want to beat it, feel free to do so, because I would like to see that. I think you probably could get this in under 4 minutes as well, as under 5 minutes. But, you know, 5's a nice round, even number, even though it is neither of those things for the challenge screen. The first and second levels are pretty, they're freebies, really. Level 3 is probably the hardest in the WOD, especially for a speed run. In a max run, the goal for this level is to kill everything. So, like, when you're kind of going to kill everything, you can take it a little bit more methodically. But when you're going for speed, this level is just chaos. And so I kind of got fucked here. And 8% health, 0% armor. But there's the secrets at the start that I came back for the full restore. And one other thing about this WOD is that I did make the entire soundtrack all by myself. Over the last year or so, I've been trying to get into music. And this is the first WOD or any game of anything that I made the whole soundtrack for. I made a couple one-offs for other things, but, you know. So please be gentle. But yeah, again, this map is kind of like, there's limited ammo for the BFG, so every shot counts, especially if you're doing a max run, like doing a cleanup, you know, sesh at the end with the chain gun kind of sucks. But in a UV speedrun, you don't really need to worry about ammo too much. There's plenty enough to get through all the major milestones. And when you open those 2 garage doors, archviles teleport everywhere, but again, in UV speed, you can just kind of ignore that. So there you go. Now, if you'll notice, the final runtime is 4 minutes 41 seconds, and we're only 1 minute 46 seconds, so we're not even halfway through the run, and we're already on level 4. At the start of level 4 is a super shotgun. Here's a glide, by the way, that I really should have got, but I kind of forgot about it. I just assumed I already had it or whatever. I don't know. And it would have come in handy here, because I certainly did not have enough cells to make this as smooth as I wanted it to be. This is probably the most awkward area of the D2All speedrun. It would be a real shame if someone were to skip it, because I spend about 30 seconds in this hallway. But if anyone wants to find out a way to skip it, feel free. But yeah, I like really chunky hallways, like small hallways where there's a lot of enemies that just blow the fuck up in your face and stuff. I kind of like that. I think that that's cool. You know, when you're trying to go fast, it is, you know, something you got to deal with. There's a secret coming up that has a shitload of cells, but it also releases this archvile, so you could probably get away without these cells, but at the same time, they're so easy to get. And they're very useful, so I would probably recommend getting them. Generally speaking, I mean, you know, I put them there to be acquired, so having the BFG, just using as much BFG as you want during this section is pretty vital to going quickly. There's also that giant pinky horde, or I guess I should call them Sylvie horde. If you look at this with the map on, they start coming out here. So, like, if you don't do this blue key room quick enough, they'll basically lock you in. So it's like a little bit of a time pressure. And that's where the BFG can be useful as well. If you're a little too slow, you might get stuck and you might need the BFG out. But fortunately, this time I got it in quickly enough. And this is map 5. This is the final level. The thing about this WOD is that a UV speedrun is very different from a UV max run. There's a lot of optional areas. This level especially, I would say like maybe 60, 70, or even higher % of this level is just totally optional. I totally just did not have enough health, ammo, or anything for this section, but I just decided to do it anyway. So this is like a really ugly take here. I'm using the chain gun a little bit because I ran out of rockets, even though there's rockets right there, and then I missed the rocket. This is horrible. But of course, I was just doing this run just to make sure you can beat it in less than 5 minutes. And really, I mean, I'm just doing this video just to advertise my new WOD. So, you know, if it looks bad, it should motivate you to do better, right? I hope. So here's the final room. I have no cells going in here, so I'm kind of panicking a little bit. Having the BFG makes this room extremely easy when you start in, but not having it right away, you kind of have to do like a little finagling. I forgot that there was a glide right here, so I kind of accidentally spawned in some monsters and was like, oh, there's a glide right here. And if you don't do this glide quick enough, monsters will start spawning in when I press that switch. But you can do the glide before pressing the switch. But anyway, that's Metal Dragon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, a UV Max run has a lot more to offer. So if you did spoil yourself, if you haven't played this yourself yet, don't worry, there's plenty that you haven't seen yet. Yeah, if you do any of the honorific titles, I put these in all of my WODs. You know, at least going forward. I started it sometime last year, so if anyone wants to try any of these out, either for a speedrun or a casual video playthrough that you post on YouTube or something, definitely send them to me. I like watching other people do playthroughs of my levels, and so I try to incentivize that as much as possible. But either way, there you go. Download Metal Dragon today or tomorrow, or don't, I guess. I don't know.